On the brief this morning, again, President Bola Tinubu is appealing to citizens to keep hope alive despite the challenges of the country, because for him, sustained expectation can produce results. He's asking Nigerians to rise above fault lines and unite to advance development. President Tinubu said these are the Dodon Barracks praying grounds in Lagos shortly after joining Muslim faithful for the Eid prayers to mark the end of the Ramadan feast in celebration of Eid al-Fitr.
The kind of resilience, sacrifice, endurance that we have, we should preserve that for the country. The kind and be cheerful giver. Love our country better than any other country. That's the only one that we have. And we must continue to protect the integrity of our government and leadership. The new hope is alive, well and fine, and Nigerians will continue to be very hopeful. Without hope, there's no salvation. Without hope, there's no development. Without hope, there's no life.
And away from that, we can tell you that for now, the school feeding program has been stopped following the investigation into Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs of allegations of corruption by officials of that ministry. As a result, the policy, which is a component of the social investment program of the federal government, was placed on hold, and that information is coming from the Minister of Education, Mr. Professor Tyson Fury. The professor, who was guest on our program Politics Today, also believes a hybrid of the Almajiri system and the formal education can reposition the educational outlook of the North. On the issue of 4 months withheld salary of SANU and NASU members over a 2022 strike action, the minister explains that the non-academic staff will get half should the president approve payment.
I think SANU and NASU, they all know I am one of them in terms of, they have my sympathy in terms of getting what is due to them. They know that. And we are doing everything possible to get a relief for them. If we can stop at the level of communication problems, I will agree with that. But it requires, you remember, the whole foundation for that was there is a court judgment, you remember, on no work, no pay. So the ASU getting 4 months pay was actually a discretion. It's a discretionary decision on the part of the president. And so it doesn't automatically transfer, but the matter is already under consideration. That's, to me, I think is a very positive. We are on a positive progression on this matter. I don't think it's safe to put a time on it. It's safer to say we are on it and we are pushing.
Well, it's now a race against time and literally hoping for any good news. Search and rescue operations are ongoing around the third mainland bridge in Lagos after 2 persons fell into the lagoon following an accident involving a commercial vehicle. The accident occurred around 11 a.m. on Wednesday when the brakes of the vehicle failed on the just rehabilitated bridge that was fully opened about a week ago. Emergency management officials said Marine Police are leading the search and rescue operations to recover 2 adults in the lagoon, while the injured are receiving medical attention at the hospital.
10 minutes after 11, we have a road crash accident very close to Adeniji bypass. There is an LT commercial bus that is 22 passengers that had a brake failure, and it was unnecessary on high speed. In the process, he ran himself to the barrier on the side of the Third Mainland Bridge, and of course 2 adults were plunged into the lagoon. So then the next phase of the operation is that having recovered the wreckage and the victims taken to the nearby hospital for further treatment, the next action is the search and rescue operations on the waterway.
And now to other stories. A price war has ensued on the Lagos to London route following the entry of Air Peace, with foreign airlines further slashing airfares to compete with Air Peace, which recently commenced the flight operations on that route. Air Peace started direct flight from Lagos to London on March the 30th, pegging its price for a round-trip economy ticket at around 1.2 million on a route that foreign airlines had charged as much as 3 million naira to fly passengers. The move by the Nigerian airline had seen foreign airlines cut their airfares to an average of 1.4 for a round-trip economy ticket last week, an action experts and stakeholders had anticipated. Checks on Wednesday showed that some foreign airlines have further slashed their prices to an average of barely over 800,000, and apparently it's to the delight of the customers. However, the question on everyone's lips is, will Air Peace survive this market as this contest continues in that particular space? Now, in reaction to the controversy surrounding the Olubadan stool, the Oyo State Governor, Seyi Makinde, is advising that the focus should be on unity and growth within the state. The governor says he was yet to receive any official communication from the Olubadan Council on nomination for the throne. His reaction came on the heels of controversies trailing the enthronement of the Olubadan designate whose absence from the public as a result of his health has been generating issues about members of the People in Council, creating division among the kingmakers. Let's talk business now. To the delight of freight forwarders, the exchange rate for clearing goods at ports has dropped further to 1,238 naira 17 kobo to the dollar, and that's according to data from the Nigerian Customs Service. This adjustment represents about 6.8% decrease when compared to the 1,246 naira rate adopted 2 days ago. And drop in FX rates for custom tariffs and duties is coming amid the Central Bank of Nigeria's effort to stabilize the naira. We're not done with business. You know you can now hold the federal government officials accountable. All you have to do is to access that platform, that app, cdcu.gov.ng. I'm going to say that again, cdcu.gov.ng. An app unveiled by the Office of the President, Special Advisor to the President on Policy and Coordination, Hajia Hadiza Bala Usman. Meanwhile, according to the Special Advisor and Assistant, to the President on Public Affairs, Mr. Aliyu Audu, who was guest on our Business Morning program, he says citizens can expect real-time feedback when they share observation through that particular app.
You know, the moment you go into the URL, put out that the app.cdcu.gov.ng installation package is sent to you. You installed, and as you provide feedback, as you provide information, there is the back-end team that receive this information and follow real time. There are SLAs for different categories of information and as to how this incident. We have the CDC unit. The CDCU unit have a comprehensive building a comprehensive incident management unit, incident management solution that provides real time. They're going to be KPI, they're going to be SLA as to different queries, different information as to feedback that are required. The details of this will come out, especially from the guys in the CDCU unit. But the thing, like I've said, you have the app, you put in the information, go to the particular project, whatever it is, whatever part of the 8-point agenda of Mr. President or the focus of Mr. President, you are interested in tracking up. It gives you opportunity to provide you information on them, then make room for you to provide feedback. And the guys at the back get this feedback and respond in real good time, which is one of the features of this app, is to provide real-time feedback to citizens, not feedback that will come whenever or might not come. This is actually an attempt to have like a centralized contact, mechanism or platform where citizens can reach government and be assured of real-time feedback. This is also, like the President has said, using technologies, using innovation to advance, the deliverables in terms of governance.
So let's say it again, cdcu.gov.ng. So whatever inquiries you have, the federal government say you can get it from there. Let's move on now to the international scene. The political leader of Hamas, Ismail Haniyeh, says 3 of his sons and 4 of his grandchildren were killed in an airstrike in Gaza. According to Hamas-linked media, the car his sons were traveling in was hit in Al-Shati camp near Gaza City. Mr. Hania maintains that the incident would not change Hamas's demands in talks aimed at reaching a ceasefire deal, while Israel's military says the sons were members of Hamas' military wing. The group was reportedly on its way to a family celebration to mark the first day, the Muslim holiday of Eid. Well, sports WBC champion Tyson Fury says Alexander Usyk is too small to compete with him in the undisputed heavyweight world title fight. The Gypsy King believes Usyk's previous opponent had, in his words, limited ability. Fury said further former cruiserweight champion Usyk will be found wanting on May 18 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, when both fighters clash in that particular encounter. So those are the words of the Gypsy King himself. Well, those are the stories we've been tracking for you in the last 24 hours.